R&B Money.
Singer, songwriter, producer Tank, and his business partner, OG Platinum, songwriter, executive J Valentine, from the R&B Money Podcast.
Hey, what's going on out there, y'all? First of all, welcome to the AT&T stage. We dream in black. Y'all make some noise for AT&T. People want authenticity. People want truth in music. And ultimately, as we can see by how much 90s music, how much 80s music is being sampled and winning, people really do want that feeling again. Rather than put all the pressure on us
Okay.
to have this conversation,
What we gonna do?
we want to do something special today. Normally we have a celebrity sit right here, a singer, songwriter, producer, stylist, choreographer. We have them sit right there and talk R&B with us based on their experiences. But today, we're going to get some people from the audience to sit with us and talk R&B in terms of what you grew up on, your top 5, your Voltron, your I ain't saying no names.
Yeah.
We go. So we need to look out here and see who wants to be on the R&B Money Podcast.
You gotta come up here with some real information, though. You real? Okay. All right. How many we gonna do? 2? We'll do 1 or 2. We'll do how many? Okay. 1. Should we pick somebody that can sing too? Okay. All right. Come on.
What's your name?
On.
Kelly.
Come on, Kelly.
Y'all make some noise. Bring the
Make some noise for
Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly, where you from?
I am from Baltimore.
Baltimore. Baltimore in the building. DMV. I'm DMV. I'm cheering
You
with
from
you.
DC? I know.
I'm cheering with you. Let's talk R&B, Kelly.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite time period for R&B? 90s,
Early
80s,
2000s.
early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's the Tank era.
That's a day.
Yeah.
Want me to do? I don't want nothing if I can't have it all. If I gotta beg for it,
Come on, y'all gotta sing with her.
Cause I gotta have you. Y'all don't know Tank.
Yeah.
That's the intro.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
And why the early 2000s?
It just felt good. I mean, I was in high school, but it felt good.
You were in high school.
I was.
Oh.
Stop it.
I'm your uncle.
You can be my Uncle Tank.
I'm Uncle Tank. Aw.
But I'm 35.
You're 35?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we have this conversation in terms of the differences from 90s R&B or 2000s R&B, let's start with your 2000s R&B to what's being heard and played now. What do you feel are the differences in your mind?
I feel like the content is, it's trash. The content is trash.
The content is trash.
It's not lovemaking. We just gonna bone. We gonna bang it out.
We just gonna bone.
We gonna bone. We don't need that. We like slow. Take your time with me, and I'm gonna take my time with you. Hello? We don't want to rush. We need some foreplay. Take your time. Build it up.
Build it up.
You got to have love.
But Tank, you had a song called Close.
Close.
You came a little quick, huh?
Huh?
It was good. It came quick.
You can.
It happens. We're not perfect here. We're not perfect here. Just give me time to hydrate. I'll be back. That's a very good point. Goes back to what we were saying earlier, like taking your time in music, creating it, but also taking your time with the experiences that create the music. You know what I mean? We're so much in a rush. We're so in a rush to close the deal. We're so in a rush to get to the end that we never get a chance to fall in love with the journey.
Yeah.
Of people, of meeting you, of saying hi, of taking you out on a date, of getting to know you, getting to know your past, getting to know your hurts, the things that you're healing from.
See, you want to go deep.
And figuring out how I can help, how I can be of service to you before figuring out how to get something from you.
Or service me.
Yeah.
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 How to be of service to you before I service you. My.
That's a word.
I got a question. Since we are on the AT&T stage, if you could call any R&B singer, who would it be?
Like right now?
Right now.
If you could call them, who you want to talk to?
Give me Usher.
You gonna call? What you gonna say to Usher when you get him on the phone? What you gonna say to him?
Thank you for the journey.
Yeah.
Thank you for the timeline of just progression in your music journey, for giving us quality music.
Yes.
Even when people didn't support him for that short time period, I did. Some of them albums that weren't listened to as much because people didn't like him for whatever reason, that was quality music. Here I Stand was a quality album.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hard to Love was a quality album.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she know her R&B.
Oh no, she know her. I mean, her stuff.
Yeah, you relax.
I know my stuff.
Relax.
My sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do something with you real quick. Let's do something. Everybody ready? We all gonna do this together. Top 5.
Hey, come on.
Your top 5. Top 5. Your top 5.
What is it?
R&B singers. R&B songs. There we go. Let's stop right there. All right. Your top 5 R&B singers.
No particular order? I mean, you are sitting next to me, so Tank.
Tank on there.
Usher. Kenyon Dixon.
Yeah.
Avery Wilson.
Yes.
And I'm going to go Beyonce because, I mean.
Come on.
That is the queen.
I'm in the hive. Top 5 R&B songs.
Can We Talk? Can You Help Me by Usher. I got to do the Sex, Love, and Pain intro.
You don't know about that. Yes, you do. You just sang it. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Thank you. Shoot. Help
it's
me.
tough. It's tough.
It is.
It's
really
easier
tough.
when you're watching it on TV or on your phone, ain't it? Yep. See, y'all be talking about, oh, they taking so long. They don't really watch the show.
Beyonce's 4. Just give me the whole album.
You the whole album?
Give me the whole album.
Okay.
Underrated album.
Yeah.
Shoot. Chris Brown with You.
Yes. Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
Okay. Can we do a Voltron with her? All right, we're making a Voltron.
Let's build it.
We're making your super R&B singer. Who are you going to get the vocal from, the performance style, the styling, and the passion of the artist. To make your super artist whose vocal are you using?
Donny Hathaway.
Yeah. Layla said, don't nobody sound like her daddy.
Nobody.
But that's what she said.
She said it's the pain in his voice.
Yeah.
The performance style of
Chris Brown.
So he gonna have an Apple hat on, and he gonna be doing dance moves, jumping off or getting stuck in on the little things like Chris was.
The Apple hat is not gonna fall off throughout the whole routine. It's not gonna happen. The styling of the artist, the drip of the artist.
Kenyon Dixon kind of fly. He
Always got a
pretty
fly fit on.
He had
Always.
a fur on at the R&B Money Live.
Yeah, he definitely had a fur on.
Yeah,
that night.
he pretty fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the passion, the heart of the artist.
Give me Michael.
Michael Jackson's passion.
Chatlude, chatlude, chatlude.
Yeah.
Michael was always hot.
All right.
I think she was an amazing guest. I think y'all think she was amazing.
Y'all give it up for Kelly, please.
Make some noise again. That's gonna be a tough one to follow. Let's do one more. Somebody that know about this R&B music. You say you know.
I picked the first. I picked the first guest. I picked the first guest, so I'm letting you pick the second guest.
Well, come on in since you know. Come on. Come on in, tambourine. Come on.
See? Y'all should have brought y'all tambourine. That would have got you on stage. Oh, she has her own mic. Oh, this is great. Is it the T-Pain auto-tune mic? Is this the one?
All right, and what is your name?
My name is Zeta, but they call me my lady. I'm my mom and daddy's baby, but I'm a full-grown woman with it.
Wow!
I'm half of a century. What Meg Thee Stallion doing, I was doing at 93. I still got Megan knees.
Yeah, yeah.
I know all my alphabets.
Yeah, okay.
You can't go through the alphabet without saying the letter J. You heard me? And then you know, if you got them guns, you most definitely gonna need a T-A-N-K.
Yo, she's ready.
When we... Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
No. Do your thing. Do your stuff.
Every time I see you, I be, when we... Cause it's your birthday.
Hey.
Tonight, that's Chris Brown. Tank, you know I know it's a chick on
You know
there
he's
too.
singing on that song too.
I know, J Valentine.
I stole a couple
I
words on
told
that
you
song.
cannot go in the alphabets without saying the letter J.
Okay, so tell us where you from.
I was born in New Orleans, raised in Mississippi, but I reside in Texas because my husband pays the mortgage. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I reside in Texas because my husband pays the mortgage. Shout out to him.
Shout out to the husbands that pay the mortgages in here.
No, he's at home.
Okay, are the ones that sent you here?
Yeah.
The ones that sent you
He's
here.
a good man. He know I like Tank.
Listen.
He know I like Tank.
He know I like Tank.
Did you hear what she just said? You got to look at the undertone of that. She said, I live in Texas because my husband pays the mortgage. Let's pull back the layers on that. She's not going to follow a man that's not properly leading.
Correct.
She felt safe enough and secure enough to go with that man to somewhere unfamiliar.
Unknown.
Somewhere strange.
Strange.
But she knew that her man was going to protect her and keep her safe.
Oh, hallelujah.
See, it's not just the mortgage.
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 That's just something that we all can understand.
Yes.
But in the private times.
Ooh.
It's the holding.
We play Tank.
It's the communicate.
We play Tank. He dressed up in all black. I said, baby, go be Tank. Zena got Tank, but I got you. But play When We. Oh, sorry.
No.
I said us. I know we cannot. I said, I know my syllables. I know where I am. This is not my first time. Hey, Latine.
Yeah. I love you.
Yeah,
This is great.
You don't
This is
remember
great.
I saw you in Dallas. I was the one that walked down the middle with that hat on and with the lace. That was me.
Oh, I do remember
I got
you.
pictures of us in my phone. I got my own man. We speak every time, Tank. Mr. Burrell. Darrell.
It's not what you think.
Thank you. I'm married.
You married. We married. We
Thank
is
you.
married.
Zena is a Libra. It's big Libra energy. I know what I'm
Big Libra.
Big Libra energy. All right.
Don't get her hype. Don't get
Yeah.
her hype. Because I pay the mortgage. Don't get
That's
her hype.
right. Zena got a good man. Yes, sir.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Well, I like your question first. You
Yes,
ask your,
sir.
I like your question.
Which one was it? I didn't got caught up in
AT&T.
everything. I'm a
Hey.
spectator. So I'm about to turn my chair and just watch.
The AT&T phone call. I love that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Who would be your phone call? Your AT&T phone call in R&B music?
It would be Tank.
It would be Tank.
Yes.
So you getting all your questions off right now. You getting it off. What you want to ask him?
How do you and Zena handle you being such an attractive performer? Because you can perform, you can sing, you can act. We've seen all of those things. So how does she work through that? How does she manage, like, my man is handsome, he's attractive, he's fine. And not that you're using your body as a tool.
Yes, I am.
It is, okay, that's up to you and how you tell the truth. But how does she manage that, having an attractive husband?
Well, and I'll just answer the question. I mean, there's so many layers to that, but I think it's up to me, again, to make her feel safe.
There you go.
It's up to me to make sure that she knows she has the #1 position. Because we got to know, like, in this social media era, something can look like anything, right? And so you don't want your good to be evil spoken of. And so you have to be smart about where you go,
What you're doing.
who you're seen with,
Correct.
what you're saying,
Correct.
all of those things, because
That's why I don't go nowhere. That's why I don't. That's why y'all don't see me.
it gets back really fast.
And differently.
And in a world where misery loves company, right? They would love to be able to send my wife, well, he can't be too much of your husband because he was just blah, 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 and here's a picture of it, or here's a DM of it, or here's a text of it. So a lot of it starts with me. I mean, of course, ultimately, she as a woman, as she walked into this, I was this before we got married.
Correct.
So there has to be a certain level of acceptance of what I am before she even decides to partake, because it is a lot. But then once we're in there, again, it's my job to make sure she feels safe.
So the proper word is discernment.
Yeah.
You're using discernment
Yeah.
to make sure that she's safe.
Yep.
Yes, because we live in this world where people can change things around. Words and a mere picture can be turned into, I was with your man.
Yeah.
When it's really mere
Really
a
not.
picture.
Here's a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Same question. What do you think the biggest difference is for you between, well, what's your favorite era of music? Let's start there. 90s, early 2000s,
Or even further back, yeah.
or further back?
I like the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. The reason for the 70s is because when you go back to a man leading and making a woman feel safe and provided for, I saw that with my father. And so no family is perfect, but in that home, it was music playing. There was togetherness. We weren't hungry. We played together. He sat and watched us play together. We didn't know if there were hard times. But I remember my mother, she's from New Orleans, Louisiana. So I remember her playing Love and Happiness. I remember her playing I Love You. I remember Al Green. So I had this uncle from New Orleans, right, my Uncle Billy. I remember him playing Rick James. I did not know Mary Jane. I thought that was a woman. I really thought it was a woman. So until he passed away too, and they was doing Mary Jane in the back, and but we were in the front. So it's like I remember Rick James, the Mary Jane girls, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross. Oh my love, 1,000 kisses from you is not worth enough. And when Whitney was saying, "Baby, you give good love to me,
baby,
so good." Take this heart of mine.
Yeah.
Okay? But then we got up to like the 2000. Oh, no lie. I love my husband. When we was having a hard time, I was watching BET. And maybe I deserve, I'm like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Never knew that I would have this day and see you several days because even 10 years ago on the World 2 Essence, I made my way up to the stage because my goal is I'm going to see and touch everybody that I enjoy. Yeah. He was in Afghanistan. He said, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? I'm not here. Take the children to Six Flags, do the Road to Essence. Tank is going to be there. 7th Street is going to be there. And we had a good time. So my goal is he gives me the things that my dreams are different. Yeah. It's music and laughter. And so every single time that I can get a chance, I get my chance appropriately because I'm married. And so that's somebody else's man, and I don't want what nobody else has. Yeah. So my goal is if you're making something for us to enjoy, when you all are sitting and in the studio all night and doing things, I'm like, yeah, we're going to go all night. Yeah. Because you are entertaining us. We pay for entertainment. And when you all do those things, we're together at home, so you're giving us safe spaces at home where we don't really have to go out to the club. We can do what we do at home to you all's music. And that's the thing. Music is my strength. And I know that I just don't appreciate you all. We all standing up in here appreciate you all.
Thank you.
So I'm speaking for all of us with that because it brings my heart joy and sadness and excitement. And so the day that I leave this earth, I'm going to be singing when we.
You know what?
and the other part. I know I'm going to be old because I'm going to be saying it slow.
I don't know if they're going to have that selection in heaven, but.
Just play it on the slideshow.
Play
it on the slideshow.
Well, you answered so many questions in that one amazing soliloquy. You went crazy. I want to go straight to top 5. Your top 5.
My top 5?
Top 5 R&B singers.
As a team, I love what you two are doing. So you're in there, Tank and J Valentine. I'm not just saying to get anything because I'm up here, but you're in rotation. I was at the Soul Train Music Awards sitting up front. So you know I know what I'm talking about. You came out first, he came out second. That girl, I told my mama practice. We're going to do this at home. I'm a performer at the house. So it's Tank and J Valentine, Trey Songz, Jamie Foxx, Chris Brown. Yeah. I think I could dance like Chris in my mind. Yeah. I love Beyonce as well. Yeah. I like men the most, though.
Top
5.
8.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to be quiet. I don't want to go crazy.
Your top 5 R&B songs.
My top 5 R&B songs. Chris Brown, Privacy. Privacy. I don't give a F, Chris Brown. It's when we. I most definitely like that. Oh, They Don't Really Know. You know.
John B.
I Don't Think You're Ready. I Don't Think You're Ready. Yes, and Slow. Yes, I play it.
It's all Tank. It's all Tank.
It's y'all though. It's y'all, but I play it.
Thank you.
Just build your Voltron, your super R&B artist. All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna take the vocal from somebody, the performance style from somebody, the styling from somebody, and the passion of an artist to build one artist. So who would you get the vocal from? One person to build your super R&B artist.
Ooh, that's rough. I would have the vocals of Tank, the performing, no.
You said Tank?
Tank vocals. Tank, excuse y'all, say something. Tank vocals.
Tank vocals.
Tank vocals.
Performance style.
Chris Brown.
I can do some of Chris Brown.
I know.
Okay. Styling.
that's hard because I'm going to go back to you. It goes back to a person that can make you laugh and entertain and perform.
No, the clothes.
That's what I'm saying. I like how you dress. I like how you dress. I like how Tank dresses. So what we supposed to do with that?
I got two in there. I got two. All right. And not a passion of the artist.
The passion of the arts. Oh my God. It's so seeing when it's still Chris because he's up tempo. He does something that makes you feel like you can do that. Like I'm like, I know I could do this left, right like him, but it has to do, I don't know how else to do it unless I go back old school. I do like Keith Sweat. There's something about Keith Sweat still because it's smooth and the vocals, but I'm still a more upbeat girl. I like you because you're smooth, you're funny, you're a performer, you're good on the eye. Chris is a great performer as well, and I like that Keith Sweat is smooth for my time. Keith Sweat, Chris Brown, and Tank. That's what I like.
I love that. I'm looking at Jay. Do we do your segment too? You think she got something for us?
What is it? Give it to me.
So right now, we're going to a very important part of the show.
Yeah.
It's called I Ain't Saying No Names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you give us a story, funny or messed up, or funny and messed up? Well, maybe, because you go to concerts, you go to different things.
I've seen some stuff.
You've seen some stuff.
You tell us this story without saying nobody names. That's the only rule to the game.
About a celebrity?
Yeah, whatever you...
Anybody?
Anybody. Your
Okay,
call.
so we went to a concert. The concert of Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Can't say no names.
Okay, oh.
You already...
Hey, the person's name.
No name.
I'm out.
No,
You can't say no name.
Okay, so we went to a concert.
And
it was a group. I changed.
they had on all white.
They had on all white. And so, I was looking nice, and I got on stage, and I said, can my girls come too? And they said yes. And they said, we're going to go to the room and get dressed. And I'm like, I'm going to show the after party, but you want to see my grandson? My grandson, he was like, what are you talking about that for? I was trying to I ain't that type of chick. But my friend said, I'll go to the room. I said, the next best thing to me is her. And they went. I said, I'm going to wait on y'all outside. I started talking about my husband. And they was like, you love him, huh? I was like, he the reason why I'm here, but I can't go up there with y'all. And I just waited for her outside. I'm like, ooh. Dun-dun, dun, 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 dun.
And
hey, that was them. She grown and single.
That was them.
That was them.
That wasn't me.
That was not me.
I was waiting. I was in the car.
I'm the driver.
With the music on.
I was like, they up there playing When We. Ooh.
Y'all make some noise one time. This was awesome.
Thank you so much.
AT&T said they got something special for us, man.
AT&T said they got something special for y'all and for us. First of all, did you enjoy your first two guests from out of the... They knew about that R&B.
Yeah.
They knew about that R&B. We want to do something now which kind of fits into the format of what we do. We try to get legendary musical icons to sit in this chair and give us some of their story, what they've been through, the challenges, the wins, the losses, all the nuances that make them who they are. And this brother that we got coming up here has one of the greatest voices ever. One of the greatest songs ever. Two of my favorite. And I'm not going to make the intro long because we need to get him on stage so that he can talk that talk. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, please make some noise for Kenny Lattimore.
How you feeling? Hey. Good to see you all. Essence. It's nothing like Essence Fest.
Yeah, nothing.
Not in the world.
Nowhere. You see this?
Beautiful.
This is beautiful.
A sea of beauty. What?
How many of y'all got married to a Kenny Lattimore song, because if I ever get married, I'm definitely going to call you.
Or you was at the reception dancing. Where you had to be.
Thank you.
For those of you all who may not have seen Kenny Lattimore's segment on the R&B Money Podcast, first of all, thank you for coming.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for having me,
brother.
I told a story where I died trying to sing his song For You at a wedding. It got to the point to where I just stopped singing the words and I just started ad-libbing.
It's a lot of words, though,
Some
right?
stuff that was not in the music. For you, here's some Wendy's and some Papa Do's. Anywhere you want to go.
It's a lot of words in there.
It's a lot of words. It's a lot of notes. You
the
have
breath
to
control, right?
You have to be vocally conditioned for the marathon to sing that song top to bottom. I've never done it. How do you do it?
Oh, man. I guess it's the practice. Like, the more you do something, you get better at it. Because I have to admit, when I start singing songs, especially if they're new, I go through exactly the same thing. I have to figure out where the placement is in my entire body so that I can keep producing the sound. So I mess it up and keep going and going and going until I find that place. Once I find that place, sometimes the live performance becomes something different. It becomes something that's original and its own thing. So you're not alone.
Is it a thing that it took you a minute to process once you started singing it live on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. And then once you sing it over and over and over again, as an artist, sometimes you don't want to do it the same way. You ever go to a concert and somebody is singing a song totally different than the way
it's sped up.
Yeah, it's sped up something. Or it's in a different key or whatever. But then I learned that you guys want to hear it the way you know it.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and revisit it and say, Kenny, you need to find that placement again and find out how to breathe and how to get all those words out or where to take your breaks so that you can produce that sound.
Kenny, for the people here, where are you from and where were you groomed as the singer, songwriter, producer talent that you are?
From Washington, D.C., in the DMV.
I might have to find somebody from the Bay Area to come up here at some point, man. I'm by myself.
The Bay Area is like the West Coast version of D.C.
Absolutely.
to me.
Absolutely.
It really is. Culturally, the diversity, everything. The music we listened to was exactly the same, man. But I'm also HU, Howard University. I studied from 12 years old. My mother discovered I could sing, and I was singing jazz stuff. I left my heart in San Francisco.
At 12?
At 12. Because that was the way that you learned how to enunciate. So if you ever wonder, wow, Kenny talks real proper, and I learned how to enunciate and how to breathe and how to properly sing because I was a trained singer.
Yeah.
And I sang classical music. And I would go out and I would do competitions and scholarship board stuff and just, things that were outside of the box of R&B.
Give me a classical moment.
Complemented it.
What is a classical moment?
Classical, like this is Italian. Como si bella più bella stasera Mariola, splende sorriso de stella, mio che tu è blu, which is Italian. But
come on, come on.
But I would do stuff like that, and it made me as a kid feel like, oh man, this is. Oh,
he did it like it was really easy. No. Does anybody know what he was saying? I'm clearly lost.
Wow.
But it helped me to just gain music saved my life because I was deathly shy. I was deathly shy growing up, and singing classical, singing jazz, all of this stuff made me feel like I had something to give, and I had a voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gave me a place where I felt like my confidence was built to give. musically. So.
Well, you've been giving us music, man, for a long time, and we appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it has given us an amazing platform to tell our stories where we didn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people did want to know, what's the story behind the music, you know?
Yeah.
And for emerging black artists, for established black artists, now, because I know it started with probably more emerging artists, but now you've probably had everybody on the podcast.
Not yet. We getting there.
You're getting
there. We getting there.
I've
We will, but
seen
that's the thing
huge
that
stars.
we are very adamant about is that we want to bring everyone on. We want everyone, to have their opportunity to come and tell their story the way they want to tell their story.
Yeah.
Without all the extra clickbait stuff and all that. We don't want. That's not what we're about.
Yeah.
We're about showing love. We're about showing love to the journey, and we're about being informative so people can understand how they can sing a song like yours without messing up. What does it take? You know what I mean? What does it take us? For the longest, I mean, obviously, we all grew up before Google.
Yes.
So we couldn't find that information the way that people can now.
Yeah, just click.
You can click and find something. But what we found when we thought of doing the podcast was that, well, there's not enough information about what we do.
Yeah.
What we really do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What really goes into it. And we want to, and we are hopefully putting a spotlight on those things.
Yeah. And our job is to make it look easy. We were talking earlier about how to put something great together for you.
Yeah.
That the thought and the processing of putting something that you're going to remember together, it takes a lot more effort. Now, I was up there listening, and you were saying, how long did it take to make an album and things like that? And you were saying a year or so sometimes to do something great. Michael Jackson used to take 2 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Or more to do Thriller, to have all of those great songs where you start to play the album and every single song is a single. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of time to record those songs, see if they translate, see how they compete with the other songs. So all of that progression takes time, and a lot of that is not happening. So hearing those kind of stories, I think helps the next generation as they're creating to know that it's okay. It's okay for it not to be perfect the first time.
Yeah.
And it's okay that we're all like a process, a work in progress and process, because I'm not the same person I was in '96 when For You came out, or Weekend in 2000. That was in '96. Wow. Or Take a Dose, which was in 2021, 22. As we grow and as we become who we are for you, we just try to take the time to make it right, so that everything that you get is worthy of your dollar, of your time, and is relevant for you. So we appreciate you being here, all y'all that rocked with me specifically since the 90s. I appreciate you so much.
Are you performing this weekend? Are you performing anywhere?
I performed last night.
Last night,
yeah,
okay.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I performed as a part of a radio broadcast. It's going to be broadcasting from Essence all this weekend on XM Radio. Yes, there's no competition with it. No, it's iHeartRadio. I'm sorry. So sorry about that. But yes, we performed yesterday.
I think I just want to highlight the fact that the goal for me in all of this conversation is that even before you became the Kenny Lattimore that we know on the radio and with the record deal and all of these things, you were ready. You were beyond ready. You had put in, as we call it, those 10,000, 20,000 hours.
Oh, man, yeah.
Perfecting your gift.
Oh, yeah.
So that by the time it was time to be ready, you were already ready.
Yeah.
If you can just speak to that,
good.
just give us a little bit on how it felt, because a lot of artists come into this, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
They'll get some traction on IG or get some traction on TikTok, and then they're thrown into this thing that we call the music business and trying to perform, and they're not ready.
Yeah.
And they suffer because of that.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. So how about this whole concept, Dream in Black, right?
Yeah.
Dreaming in black to me is believing something before you see it. See it before you see it. We are people of faith generally in our culture, and being ready for those moments is about dreaming in black. It's about dreaming and seeing that I think I'm going to be on this other side. So there's some things that I did as a kid, and I wasn't smart enough to know. It was something spiritual again. I wasn't smart enough to know that this is what I was doing, but I remember taking speech class at Howard because I was like, I'm going to be famous one day. I want to be able to stand up here and speak and articulate my thoughts to you clearly.
Preparing
yourself. I'm going to take speech to prepare myself. That's a part of me dreaming in black to me.
Yeah.
Because it was the preparation. Taking the voice lessons and learning how to sing different styles of music, adding to the narrative of the story. It's not always about the song. Sometimes people are interested in who you are. Sometimes who you are draws the people more than your art or what you think your gift is. Your gift makes room for you, and it brings you before great people, great men and women. So what do you have to give? The more you're dreaming, the more that you prepare yourself, but you have to believe that you're going to be there.
Yeah.
The more that you believe that you're going to be there, the more prepared you will be. And even if it's not always about a rigorous program, in your spirit, you will have a settledness that you belong, because there are a lot of people that are going to tell you that you don't belong here. Even at the height of your career and what you do, people are going to still tell you that you don't belong here. It may be a critic that writes an article about you in a magazine or a show or something that comes out and somebody tries to disqualify you. That's why you got to keep dreaming in black, dreaming in black, dreaming in black. And then you can stand in the truth of that, and you'll be prepared at all times.
Wow. I want to do something different since you've done your top fives and all. You've done those already. I want you to give me one artist that influenced you the most and why.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
The greatest artist that influenced me was Stevie Wonder.
Come on, give it up for Stevie Wonder, who when he sees Tank, he's going to punch him in the face. He's going to punch him in his face.
Why? Hold up. Before I continue, why is he going to punch you in the face? You got a beef with Stevie? No. But the reason why for me was I saw Stevie as a person that had no boundary. When he would sing, just like I sang you an Italian song, he'd sing different languages, different styles, and he would always make it his own thing. And his voice never seemed like it had it was like endless range, right? But that was really it. I felt like not only was he an incredible singer, but you're talking about a great producer, a great writer, a person that studies and dreams.
Yes.
To this day, I know that Stevie Wonder is still dreaming about what's next. Even with all of his accomplishments, this is not a journey that you go on where you arrive. Life is not a journey that you go on where you arrive. That's what keeps us dreaming. It's the dream that keeps us moving forward. And I've talked to Stevie where he's like, yeah, I want to write this kind of song next. And you're thinking, but brother, you've done it all. What? Step aside.
Save some for us.
Save some for us, right. But that's my thing. I loved him so much because he seemed to have no boundaries to his gift.
Yeah. I like how you just subtly just poured champagne on our podcast about how you talk to Stevie, because I don't talk to Stevie. I don't. Stevie, if you're listening, I want to talk. I want to ask you something.
Well, he's an incredible person. So I'm thinking Stevie would come on the podcast.
We're waiting, Stevie.
We're waiting, Stevie.
Y'all make some noise if y'all want to see Stevie Wonder on the R&B Money Podcast.
Think
we
about
need
those stories, man. Motown stories.
Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Another question. Give me one song that when that song used to come on, it just took you to a place where you wanted to be on stage singing that song.
Wow. You know what it was? A chair is still a chair.
Yeah, yeah.
Even when there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house. And a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight and no one there you can kiss good night.
Yeah!
Now,
Tank.
Luther always made me, when I heard him sing, I was like, I want to do that.
I'm trying to figure out how he just sang that with that music playing. With no in-ears. No in-ears. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, one time, I need you to celebrate real talent, real work ethic, a real artist. A real one. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Lattimore.
Kenny Lattimore. I heard she said, I know that's right.
Why did he act like that? Why is he acting like that?
I thought he was about to sing, get it sexy. Get it That's what I would have sang. I ain't lying, no. Don't act like y'all don't be listening to it, though. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. I get it.
I can't take you nowhere. I can't take you nowhere.
I'm just saying, you know, you got Kenny Lattimore and Sexy Red. You can't, you know? All right, whatever. Only me? Balance.
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 Oh, my God. Listen, I want y'all to do this for me. First of all, dream in black.
Absolutely.
Right? I want you to see yourself somewhere, and I want you to believe that nothing can stop you from getting to that place. And then, like Kenny said, I want you to take all the necessary steps to prepare yourself for that place that you know you're going to be in. Can y'all promise me that today? And then, two, I want you to subscribe to the R&B Money Podcast.
Follow us everywhere, at The Real Tank, at J Valentine.
At the R&B Money Podcast. Subscribe, because what we want to do and what we're continuing to do is we're just two young black men that want to do it the right way. We're taking the positive road, which is the longer road, which is the steeper side of the mountain. But we're going to continue to chart that course no matter how long it takes, because we want to be inspirational. We want to be uplifting. We want to be true leaders in our community. We want to really encourage our young men to pay their mortgages.
Yes, pay that mortgage.
We want our women to feel safe and covered. We want our children to feel protected and be raised the right way. This is all that we represent. So on behalf of AT&T Dream in Black and the R&B Money Podcast, my name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this has been the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things R&B.
R&B.
R&B Money.